know me from such videos as Pool Step Build Part 1 through 5 and Artichokes, Nature's Killer. I'm going to show you how to turn your disgusting, dirty swing set into something you can be proud of. Alright, step 1 is prepping the ground. You want to remove all the grass, weeds, and everything so you have a nice dirt patch just like this. Move on to step 2, mock up and measuring. 3 max was going to be too wide, 2 max was going to be too narrow. So I got a small one, and cut it like so, and it fit in perfect. And this is where you're going to need some heavy things to hold this stuff down because it's going to want to coil back up. So I suggest some pavers, some weights, heavy rocks or something. Now if you excuse me, I've always wanted to try this. You're going to cut one of the edging pieces to 61 inches and 2 to 85 inches. So now you're going to have 3 pieces all together. It's going to look just like that. So I always like to do another mock-up as I go along, especially with doing custom DIY stuff, because you never know where it's going to lead you. So it gives you a better idea of what you're working with here. So it's a lot of trial and error. Now, assembling the border and corners, this honestly is the most difficult part. There's a lot of things that went wrong with this. One, the corners, they're bent. They come that way. I saw them in a pile, and I had to do what I had to do to bend them back. Now these splines, I don't know why they're there, because you can't get them into the tubing. So you got to take them off. Now I'd be very careful with the razor blade. Watching this back, realizing that I should have been cutting away from myself, not towards myself. So be careful when handling a blade. And even when I finally did get all that stuff off, it still didn't fit into the edging. And I tried WD-40, I tried expanding the hole, I tried everything. Then I finally thought of something and I was like, you know what? Let me heat it up. So I used the heat gun on low for about 30-45 seconds. You don't want to melt it, you don't want to burn it. And that was just enough to give me what I needed. Now it was very hot, that's why I got a wet rag here. I pushed down, it worked. Now that's what it looks like all together. Now I did things backwards here, so don't do what I did. Do it in the opposite order. Just like I have written here in the instructions. You're going to want to do the border first, then put the weed barrier, then the staples, then the rocks, then the mats. Now I'm going to install the border. So you're going to be digging a trench around this. So this is where your tarp comes in handy. And if you're like me and you have trees anywhere near it, you're gonna be digging up roots. Lots of them. Ain't no way around it. They're just there. So get yourself some good pruning shears. Just cut right through them. And then you're gonna want it to look just like this. Nice and clear, because that's where the edging, the border is gonna go. Now you're gonna secure the border. And it's funny, they give you like 3 of these with each coil thing. So I just used them where the little holes are. Yeah, you don't really need to use them, but it's just extra support because you're going to backfill this trench. So you see the holes there, you can put them in there, but like I said, they only give you a couple, so it's kind of pointless. Now all that dirt that you shoveled out, you're going to put back in there. And this is where I suggest use a tamper, because once you have it filled, and you can tamp it down, make it nice and secure, as you'll see in just a second. And there it is. It's not the straightest it could be, but it's hard working with this stuff sometimes, getting it straight, because it's already coiled and bent. But it's good enough for what I needed it to be for. Now one final look around. Alright, secure in the ground. You know, make sure it's not popping out anywhere. It's all even. Alright, it looks good. And now, like I said, I've had the mats and the rocks on. I just filled in the border. And I recommend getting some yard staples and putting them up through the top to secure it, because that's what I did. And I'll show you, these are the spots I put it in, and that seemed to help a lot because it was moving a little bit, and it went from this to this. So I'm really happy with the way it came out, and it's been a year. The kids have played on it a number of times, like almost every day, and no ruts, no mud. So I consider that a win. So make sure you like and subscribe, and check out some more of my DIY content. Till then, see you next time.